In the presence of David's brothers and his father, finally, a major prophet validated that which God has told him in the secret place. In the presence of his brother that laughed at him, that called him that you cannot amount to anything, the oil was poured on him. And the Bible said, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon him mightily. One of the things that isolation will do to you and rejection, because while you're in isolation, nobody believes in you. It doesn't matter what God is telling you. As long as they have not yet manifested, when you say it to people, they will laugh at you. Yes, why? You have not yet manifested. In fact, they will use it to ridicule you. They will use it to laugh at you. So David, just like Joseph, many times will tell his brothers, this is what God is telling me. This is what God is telling me. In isolation, they will mock at him. They will laugh at him. And whether you like it or not, as humans, when people begin to mock you, when people begin to say you can't amount to anything and reject you, it leads to low self-esteem. So here was David, a great destiny, but was suffering from low self-esteem. And God said, the only way, because of where I am taking him to, is to validate that which I've told him in the secret. And the only way we'll believe that I am validating what I've told him in the secret is to send the greatest voice in Israel, as at that time, which is Prophet Samuel, to come confirm. So here was David standing in the midst of his brother, and oil was poured on his head as the next king of Israel. Somebody say validation.
Validation.
Why? To restore his self-esteem. So I can imagine what was going through David's mind. Finally, I knew I wasn't hearing myself. Finally, God has confirmed that which he has told me. But guess what? God is still building him up. Yes, you will expect that immediately after God validated that which he told him, he will step into his destiny. You imagine, you think that immediately after the oil, it will be instant gratification because he was anointed as king. So that means if God is saying, I have anointed you as king, you should sit on your throne. But guess what? David went back to the bush. Somebody say frustration.
Frustration.